Just checking. Oh, okay. Good afternoon. I was going to say good morning, but time is gone, right? So, thank you very much, everyone, for being here, and thank you, everyone. Firstly, my heartfelt thanks to the tremendous efforts of Dr. Datta and his entire team for organizing such a wonderful event, and also a special thanks for him for believing in me, and also thank you to my wonderful family who's here right now, and also to Regent College London, which I've been blessed and privileged to be for the past 21 years. Now, let's go straight to the authors. This gives me time to breathe. Feast your eyes on a lot of information there. And because of the time, I'd like to focus on a few areas, so I'll skip to certain other slides. This is an article about the book that we recently launched, myself and Dr. Datta. And we'll get to that very shortly later, but what I'd like to do first, I'd like to talk to you about the story behind this story. So this journey and project was very quietly in the works for the past 2 years. 1 year ago, in this very room, we launched the awareness of the book. Now, here right now, standing here, we're launching the book. And I'm very blessed and happy to do that. In actuality, this journey started with me back in 2012. Now, back in 2012, I had an idea for a book. But with that positivity, there was negativity. I was thinking to myself, who are you to write a book? You never amount to that. Heck, I didn't think I'd amount to anything. But thankfully, if I were to have myself a conversation with myself from 2012, I'd sit him down and I'd tell him that Mr. Assad of 2012, I would tell him to keep doubting himself because he eventually used that doubt to stoke the fire of potential that you can do something. And yeah, so I can tell that Mr. Shamsi of Mr. 2012, that Assad of 2025 is here to tell you right now, things will be all right. You'll end up being a loving son, wonderful brother, goofy uncle, a devoted academic, and you are standing here right now, something you thought you'd never be. You are, whatever happens now, wherever it will be, an academic and an author. And it's my privilege to show you this book right now. And this is whatever happens in life, I've always got this to cling on to. It's like my little best friend now. All right, so moving on now. Let's move on to the background of the book. So let's go through the background of the book. So me and Dr. Datta 2 years ago, I think we did a course with Stanford called Scaling Up Excellence. And we got the idea from how do businesses scale up. So we had our own idea of 8 key principles, proven human-oriented principles. And what we developed is a visual framework. Now, what is the purpose of these 8 principles? It's that each chapter, each principle, looks into different professional and personal case studies and stories, and thereby providing an important comprehensive reflection that before we understand businesses, before we understand technology, we should learn to understand ourselves first. And ladies and gentlemen, there's no better feeling than knowing who we are. Sounds obvious, right? But when you think about it, businesses and technology are not as complicated as we are as people. We tend to make certain things complicated for ourselves. So moving on now, in terms of what is the purpose of this book? In the past, we looked at people controlling technology. Sadly, from observation for the past recent couple of years, it's the other way around now. Technology controls us. Why is that the case? This is just my personal opinion. The more we drift towards technology, the more we are forgetting about love thy fellow man. And when we look at work ethic, we have work ethic. But we're forgetting about the key word, ethic. Being ethical, being moral. And if we understand each other and ourselves first, things will be better. Businesses, technology, etc. So we are the important prerequisite for businesses and technology. And the way things are in civilization right now, the more we know, the more we occupy, the less happy we are. We have so much information thrown at us. We are flustered. We are reactive. How do we, 30 years ago, we were happier in different ways. Now, how do we adjust that happiness now in the current civilization? Once we understand that more, we'll be in a better position. This book helps us to keep that in mind. So these days, from observation, us as people, regardless of the age, we're distracted by videos, audio, throwing out promises of happiness, being persuaded to feel a certain way. Pausing all that and following that inner compass and inner moral compass first is very important. A lot of the younger generation that I have the privilege of teaching, they want everything just like that, success. But the more you think about it, your success will be there if you make yourself capable. Because the more, let's think about it like sand. The more you want something so badly, the more you squeeze it like sand, it's going to fall through the cracks. You need to let things flow a bit more smoothly. And it's called patience. I think the lack of patience is causing downfall to a lot of happiness. We are reacting rather than proactively looking at things as humans, as people, for each other. So moving on now, let's go to a particular example of a chapter which appeals to me quite a lot. Desires versus fulfillment. 30 years ago, we worked hard for our happiness, not because we deserved it, we earned it. Now, there's a clear distinction between earning and deserving. Everyone says they deserve something. You have to earn it, right? In this day and age, we get everything we want, and we get all the happiness we need, goes just like that, with this phone right here. 30 years ago, we didn't have this, right? So everything goes like a blur. And that's affecting how we feel currently. We have to see now and adjust to what makes us happy, considering the landscape. If we're happy, then our business will be. Times will change, people will change. Happiness should always be constant. Self-fulfillment as well. And moving on now, I have no idea how much we have for time, so I'm a bit paranoid. We'll go straight to the book itself. This is how you can get the book. And this is the QR code. You're able to access the link to purchase the book in any way, shape, or form. But I'd like to finish by saying this. To conclude, ladies and gentlemen, this book is pretty much a love letter to humanity, to businesses, to ourselves, to each other. We need each other, professionally, personally. Love means a lot of things. It also means working together to achieve something great. And before we do that, we have to understand ourselves and each other. And in these trying times, love also means, now more than ever, never give up. And don't have a deserving mindset, have an earning mindset. Because as Maya Angelou says, nothing will work unless you do. And I'd like to finish off by one important point. And I thoroughly believe this. The obstacle in the world right now is AI. And I'm not just talking about artificial intelligence, I'm talking about artificial integrity. Thank you very much.